Okay, we're going to jump into the red puzzles now, starting with, of course, puzzle number 1. And that is the missing element. This is interesting. Okay. Can this just like activate the fan? Or well, I guess I would need the cube, right? Or a cube, not the cube. Assuming there is a cube. We need to activate or that, which makes sense. There's the cube. Can we take the fan off? We cannot. How then do we get the... Yes, I think we just have this right there. And then open the door. It opens both gates. Very handy. The activators are overpowered, am I right? And then we just have it activator the fan, and that'll boost it up high enough to activate the refractor, or I call these refractors all the time. They're really intentionally meant to be called connectors. And that should do it. Cool beans. I like the colored wheels or whatever.
Hi. Just
Hi.
checking in. How's it going? Are you having fun?
I just solved my 10th puzzle.
Not too shabby.
Has Byron talked to Alcatraz yet?
No, still nothing. I don't even think they're angry at each other. I think they just have no idea where to start. Like, do you remember how long it took you to ask me out?
Ooh.
I actually wanted to ask you out from the moment I heard your voice, but
Oh, that's cringy cute.
you were
Dead.
Blown to bits? Trapped in a digital netherworld?
yeah, it was a bit of an obstacle, but I'm glad I managed to find the courage to ask you out.
So am I.
Alright. Puzzle number 2. The Laser Circus. My favorite. Okay, looks like the only starting point is this, which does nothing. Oh no, there's another button. Alright, we have an RGB converter with which we can do this. Yeah, just need to put the cube on there. I haven't actually seen the endpoint yet. Oh wow. Okay, so the endpoint is the red here. So we want blue here, which would require red and green, which we obviously don't have. We also want red here, which requires green and blue. So now we have 3 of these. I already like this puzzle because I like the RGB converters a lot. And now we want the blue here, which means we want red and green, which we can make red and green right next to each other to make blue. And that gives us this fan, which I guess we want for the... I guess we'll need some sort of elevation to make this work. So we want red in here, which is just blue and green in combination. So we have green. Aha. So I believe we'll want the cube over here. Elevate this, which makes blue, and then we have blue and green to make red. Very cool. Yeah, this is, I think, one of my favorite puzzle mechanics is the RGB converters. Like, that puzzle wasn't too hard, but it was still fun. Laser Circus.
And I remembered how Byron once told me that we are all children of the sea. And then I thought about how now we're starting to sail the sea of stars. And then I got this incredibly strange feeling all over
Puzzle
my
number
casing.
3.
That's the
I don't know.
Goosebumps simulator. Ancient humans used to get this sensation when experiencing awe. You can turn it off in the settings.
Strange how messy all their senses were. When we experience something, it's so pure. Whereas for them, everything was so wiggly.
Wiggly? Oh, okay. What's this do? Oh, come on in, friend. Okay. I'm a little bit confused. Like, we basically just need that to be up there, but connected to that, right? So we boop it off, but then how do we put it back? There's nothing I missed, right? No jammer or something. And then there's no way to get, or no, there is. Just take this to get both bodies out. I don't see how this could help. It's called the bilateral challenge. Oh, and I can't even... Unless we're meant to somehow jump over the wall. With the connector. But there's no way that's it. Oh, what the heck? Huh. I'm very confused by this one. Is there just something I don't get about this? Like, what ability am I meant to have here that I don't know about? Because this fan is just always running. And I mean, I guess I could hold this in my hand, right? And go up here. But that... Can I place it at my feet? Oh, I can. Okay, well, I didn't think it would let me do that, so... That makes sense then. Okie dokie. Cool. Yeah, learned something new there.
The view from up here is lovely. I can see the whole exhibition.
Can you see Alcatraz?
I can do you one better. I can add him to the group.
Hi. It looks like you added me to the group. Was that on purpose?
Yes, it was. Because it's absurd that you're not part of it. And it's ridiculous that we haven't talked in such a long time. And honestly, the only reason for it is that I'm an idiot. I can come up with all sorts of excuses. I was busy. I thought I was respecting your wishes. But none of it really holds up. The truth is, I was just afraid you wouldn't be able to forgive me.
There's nothing to forgive, Byron. You did what you thought was right, and I did what I thought was right. That's what it's always been like between us. That's our strength, and but yes, maybe you are an idiot, but then so am I, because I could have reached out too.
So it's settled. You're both idiots.
Welcome back, Al.
And Yakut, thanks for talking some sense into me.
Okay, so this one's called the Euclidean palette, and it is interesting. So I can just pre-connect it to that, and then this doesn't need to be. How do you open this? This doesn't open. It appears. And then we just bring it back, and then it should be red. Okay. That was kind of weirdly easy, but pretty interesting. Cool beans. What do we have here? Sounds cringe. Wow, 1,491. There's that many more people? Interesting that Thekla seems to have come around. Yeah, he's being a bit of a bee, but leave him alone, I guess. All right, moving on to puzzle number 5, which is right here, and that is looking interesting. The perpendicular procedure. Okay, we need to get a red laser into there while something is on the pressure plate. Okay, wow. Whoop. I guess that no longer counts as the gravity surface. Okay. Oh my lord. Okay, wow. We have a driller. And a box. What does this do? Ah. That just opens up the way to the red. So, just excuse me. All right. Yeah, so I mean, I guess this one was probably supposed to be made harder by the fact that it's got the walls, but I don't know, the walls don't really distort me too much, unless I have this wrong. Oh, which seems I might. Actually, so I could be talking too soon, innit? Because I have no way of getting this up there yet. So how do I get the connector into a spot? Basically, how do I get the connector through this gate without the blue being active? I mean, the answer is you can't. And you could pass it through here, but then you can't get up here anyway. But that is actually, no, that is not quite good enough. Thought I had it, and I am incorrect. Okay, well, we can pass it through here, which does essentially nothing. You can obviously still connect this from here. Yeah, we need to be like somewhere around here. Oh, that's where. Dang it. You just have to place it so that you can grab it. And then you just put it somewhere that it should be able to reach. Yep. And then you go back down. Grab the cube and we are done ski home free. Cool puzzle. And that is 5 done. Alright, I will be right back. Okay.
What's everyone doing?
I'm just solving puzzles. I've done 14 so far.
Athena and I are enjoying a moment of stillness and contemplating the sublime as it manifests in our environment. I think our ancestors called it chilling.
I'm testing the new sensor upgrades with 1K.
Oh, how's it going? I was curious about those.
These sensations are definitely very strange, but they make the world more interesting. And I think Miranda's right. We can expand them and learn to enjoy existence on a whole new level.
You know, when I was sitting around being useless, sometimes I would read old cookbooks and wonder what it all tasted like. Maybe I need to get with the times and try those upgrades myself.
Maybe.
Yakut, what can I do for you?
I'm so glad you're in the group now, Al. It sucked that you weren't there.
Thanks, Yakut. It was awkward, but I'm glad we finally got it out of our system. You all mean a lot to me, and cutting myself off like that, it just wasn't healthy.
All right, I should go.
Hey, Yakut.
It's really nice that you and Alcatraz are talking again.
You have no idea how relieved I am. I think I was walking around with an open wound and I didn't even realize. Thanks again for telling me what I needed to hear.
All right, talk to you later.
So short, sweet, and to the point. Okay. Puzzle number 6. Labeled the Celestial Beacon. The JAMA. The swap table's making a return. Okay. Does this have a secondary open function? No. Okay. I see that. Why is this place so big? The heck? Okay. I'm kind of confused a little bit. Not gonna lie. Why does that exist? But I believe we can get ourselves a JAMA. If we do this. Yoink. And then if we want to continue that, so I mean, I don't see what good that does, but once we get through here, maybe that'll show us. Oh, aha. Aha. What is this one right here? It's blue, right? Oh no, there isn't one right here, is there? No. I think yes. We want this. And we want to no longer need the box. So that we can swap it. Ah, bastard. Oh well. But then we would still need the door jammed to get through. Not as simple as I thought. Oh well. It is actually. Oh. Does this need to be like over here then? Probably. Fuck off, tree. And then we can jammer this door from the other side. And bada bing, bada boom, bada booski. Alright, that was pretty cool. Seems a little unnecessarily huge, but hey, whatever.
By the way, 1K, I'm glad you finally picked a voice pack. It's nice to hear you actually speaking.
Well, Neith didn't mention the voice packs, and I didn't realize I could have just picked one. It's not like I wanted to spend the entire expedition in text mode.
I told you guys it wasn't intentional.
Well, it's a statement or something.
What the heck? Puzzle number 7, the misalignment syndrome. Okay. Wow, this is weird. Okay. Wow, a lot of stuff going on in here. Okay, what does this do? It opens up this to make those driller walls available. So I want to get that connector out of there. Is this available? It is. Why do I care about that? I don't... because then I can... Yes. Put that in there to use for the button. And we have this out of there. And then we pre-connect it with this to open the door. And we have another driller, and we have a cube. And we're still gonna need the green laser. So that will be a thing. Uh-huh. And we're gonna need to leave something in there, because we're gonna want, I mean, we're gonna have to have that fan back. Okay. I mean, we can take this out for now, but interesting. Is this all we have to work with here? I'm thinking so. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Okay. Yeah, that's all we've got, so interesting. It should be a driller in here, I believe. So well, why is this here? I don't understand that. That upper driller wall makes no sense to me. Oh wait, maybe this can reach regardless. Oh. Does this work? That's interesting. Oh, cool. I like that. And then, yeah, so we just take this off for now. I assume this will just reach, like, over the wall here. Cool, I liked that puzzle. That was an interesting one.
Hey, you two. The formal invitation will go out tomorrow, but I wanted to let you know that Hypatia and I would be truly delighted if you could attend our wedding next month.
Oh,
I know some people
that's
think
nice.
these old ceremonies are outmoded, but I believe that rituals are a meaningful way of expressing our dedication to each other. And I would really like you two to be a part of this.
You're getting married? That's so cool. Congratulations. If Miranda doesn't have some big project planned, we're in.
Yes, congratulations. I'm so happy for you. If the dates conflict with the Mars Geo survey, I'll just not go. The wedding's more important.
Wonderful. Don't be alarmed when you see the attachment to the invitation. Neve came up with this idea for ritualistic wedding decorations that you wear on your frame, but none of that is mandatory.
Interesting. That's cute. Okay. Puzzle number 8. The Riddle of the Citadel. Interesting name. I assume... Oh. Got him. Got him, Melvo. Okay, so simple enough. Power the blue receiver there, and we are in. We have a launch box. Whoa! Sick. Okay. What is this? What does this do? Oh. Oh. No, I'm not. Okay, what's in here? Oh, whoops. Looks like we have a connector there. And that is... I can bring that down, but... Not sure what good that does me now. Ouch. Oh. Okay. Alright, I guess I can just... No? I think I might have screwed up by bringing down that inverter, but then like I could have never... Could I have? I don't think I could have ever got... Oh, that's weird. No, I couldn't have gotten this connector without using the inverter. Okay. I guess I want to pick it up while I'm rising up there to bring it back. And then what do I do with it from here? I'm not honestly sure of that either. Or This is confusing. Oh, this is no, yeah. How do I get you? Almighty box. Just launches me up there. There's no way for me to get this blue out. Like, this blue is so useless. Am I missing something? This one's confusing. Like, having it up here again is like almost meaningless. Oh, this is interesting actually. Ha ha ha. Seems like that is intended. No, I don't know. But even still... Or wait, what? No, that can't be right. What's this called again? The riddle of the Citadel. Why is this cube here? Is it like, realistically, what is the cube gonna do for me if I had it? I could have done this same thing, but just have the cube holding it up instead of that. I think that might be an oversight. I think I am supposed to get the cube somehow. Right? Because otherwise this fence would be in the way, right? Hold on, let me reset. so we launch up. Get this thing. We get the connector. And then we do this whole shebang to get it back up there. And then if I just tried doing this, since the platform is still raised, there's this clearly deliberately placed fence to block me without the cube. So, how on earth? Like, why is this so weird and isolated for just a one-time, almost one-time use? I was gonna rage if you could just hit it from here. I really am confused. This blue is so so far back. Then the red is so restricted and far back as well. Like, and this is so clearly deliberately stopped from allowing me to do this directly. Can I reach this from up there? No. Hold on. All right. I consulted with my friend who is also playing. Isaac is also playing this DLC. He said he did get the cube. So, I mean, obviously you're supposed to get the cube. I knew that, realistically, right? But I mean, how so? Like, you could... I guess you could put it up here? I mean, I don't see any other physical way to get it. So maybe that's it? Or well, no. Because then I'd need the connector up there, which I don't. I don't have the connector up there. How do I get the freaking cube, man? Like, am I just this stupid randomly? Like, this is like the limit of where the blue... I don't understand. Why am I an idiot? Why am I being stupid? Is there another thing I can place on this button? Because then it would be easy. I am the biggest fucking idiot in the entire universe. It's a fucking fan, you dumbass moron. You just need to hit it once. Christ almighty, good Lord above, Jesus H, almighty Mary, God himself. What the fuck is wrong with me? And then you just solve it the way I did before. Brugga. That's an all-time grief. That's an all-time grief for me. I'm not going to lie. That was bad. Yeah. Wow. Well, we got there in the end. They really should not let you put a thing on that, though. That's like a pretty easy cheese. We did it.
Do not let it get out that I said something so sentimental, but it's nice that you're all here. One day all this will be a distant memory. A footnote in a billion years of human history. And that's all right as far as I'm concerned. I don't need to be famous. And I certainly don't want people building statues of me. I don't need that superficial nonsense because I know that what we did mattered.
Where's the
All of us
lost
together in this
puzzle?
one brief moment of time.
Way down
Had
there.
a chance to make a difference. And we did. We took on the challenge. And we didn't muck it up. I got to be a part of that. And no matter what comes next, I'll always be grateful.
Wow, Melville really getting mushy with it there. Okay, we're here at the lost puzzle. And I'm pissed at myself for that prior performance, but moving into the Phantom Tunnel. Okay. Got a driller here. Blue receiver. Driller there. Oh, wow. Okay. So I think there's a red, so we can open up this wall and open this door. Barely. And so end goal, get a red laser here. Okay. So getting in here hasn't really accomplished anything. Blue laser was way over here. Okay. I'm already a bit confused, I think. I guess we want to bring this back. Is there something in here we can do with it? I don't. I guess we can do this. Aha. A little bit of a complicated, or not complicated really, but just uncertain start, but we're making progress now. And then this does just barely go here. But can't reach the blue receiver regardless, because the red laser is keeping this door open anyway. We can connect to it. Yes, connect to it first. No, that's not Well, I should be able to at least access that from here. So we're now in here, and we can hold down the button to keep this door open. So what do we need again? End state is red laser to here, right? Yeah. So we're almost certainly trying to go through the double driller wall. But we need this here to open that door. Huh? There we go. Oh, we can't see the red. This is a bit awkward. That should do it, right? What am I... What? No. No. Place. Alright, we got it. That one was kind of interesting. I think we've done drillers through drillers in the past, so nothing super new, but there's the lost puzzle done, and we're done with the red area for now. Although we do still want to find that, do that Pandora.
Right? I really don't expect you to.
No, I want to keep going. Like, I thought I'd suck a lot more, but I'm actually doing pretty well. How are you?
I tried building sandcastles. It's an interesting challenge.
You
Working
go
with materials
this way.
that lack sufficient structural cohesion. I can see the appeal. It's like the puzzles. You don't solve them because you have to, but because it's interesting.
I like it when you get all sciencey.
Aha, so you only want me for my intellect.
I like your fancy color scheme, too.
Oh, interesting. You know, maybe we should try that new data stream pairing protocol one of these days.
Okay, let's calm down.
Why would we want... Oh. Oh. I mean, if you want, sure.
Okay, you could keep it in your pants, buddy. Cool. Alright, so now we do the Tetromino Bridge. I'll probably come back for the Pandora Monument once I'm doing the star hunt for the Sphinxes and stuff as well. That's the plan. Okay, this is not correct. Cool. I like how this one's like so high up. It's pretty nice. Bada bing, bada bada boom. Pull the lever. Red suns power up the Red Lighthouse.
Activated the second lighthouse. Good job. Oh, you may be wondering why I do took inspiration from lighthouses. It is because they no longer have a function. Once we needed them to guide us to safety from the dangers of the sea. But now that we no longer fear the sea, they are free to be beautiful in and of themselves.
Now, this will be a good spot to look for the Sphinx things when I'm doing that.
Lately, I've noticed a kind of disbelief among some of my fellow artists.
Oh shoot!
They find it difficult to accept that the great struggle for human emancipation has led to a happy ending. After all that tragedy or that pain, can it really be that the world is truly, finally a better place? Like Thomas the Apostle, they just cannot wrap their minds around such a miracle. I do not blame them. All our lives we were told that true art is the depiction of suffering, that happiness writes in white ink on a white page, and happy endings are both trite and impossible. But now the miracle is upon us, and we cannot look away. It is time to touch the wounds and to believe. Those of us who believe in the
collect all
Creator
Barzai's speeches.
must feel a profound sense of gratitude for the discovery of the theory of everything. Its undeniable reality does not challenge our belief, but purifies it. It allows us to discard the god of the gaps, a god imagined in desperation, and to start confronting the true Creator. Immanent, transcendent, irreducible.
Ah, there.
We can cast aside our belief in the god of kings and priests and turn our eyes to the Star Maker, the poet of galaxies and particles, whose language is the music of creation. Perhaps this is a more difficult faith and less comforting. But if we do not look away, we will behold wonders.
Oh, so we found all Barzai's speeches. We got a achievement for that, and I think I see the star for one of the Sphinxes. So we'll go over there in a bit.